Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough, no. Dumelang maseve. This week we are behind the wheel of the BMW 218 Gran Coupe and we're gonna have a conversation. And if you are interested in the BMW 218 and would like insurance on it, click the link in my description box, which will lead you to the Hippo website, where you can compare and contrast up to 12 different insurance quotes. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and just like that, you'll be able to see how much you can save on insurance regarding your new BMW 218. And before we begin the conversation, I would like to say thank you for 50,000 subscribers. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to watch those ads because Kulavega Gucci and all that jazz. Kulavega Mali, Kulavega everything. Manje, Kulavega 100,000 subscribers. But on a serious note, thank you guys so much. Kyaleboga maseve, nyanira, kyalerata, namiranza, ndianifuna, ngianitanda, akaslieferiela. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I want to say thank you. I cannot be thankful enough, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. So this is me just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for keeping up with the singing. Thank you for giving suggestions, and thank you for being part of the Maseve society. I mean, it means the world to me. So thank you guys so much. So let's get into the BMW 218. But if I didn't say it, I love you guys and thank you so much. So now let's get started with the exterior of the BMW 218, and I think it's actually a very pretty car. I'm getting a lot of mixed feelings from comments on social media, and to be quite honest, I think it is pretty, but there are some parts of it that make it look a bit bleh. But it's not inherently unattractive. My favorite feature of the exterior is the rim. I think this rim is very beautiful. It's a very nice design rim. I love the gray color as well. It looks very mature compared to the normal 2 Series Coupe. But I think that's what BMW was going for. On the rear, you've got the 218 badging, you know. You've got these LED headlamps with daytime running lights as well. You've got a sunroof. So on the exterior, I think it's nice. It's attractive in its own right, you know, very mature, very, it's a very mature design on the exterior. But for me, it's not inherently terrible or inherently unattractive. I think it's just a bit different. But to be quite honest, I don't hate it. And I actually do like it. So the exterior for me is actually quite nice. Moving on to the interior, I really think that's where things get a little bit better. You've got a multifunction steering wheel that is leather wrapped. You've got the M badging at the bottom that shows that this car is M Sport. You've got this curved display with a digital cluster heads-up display as well. You've also got BMW's iDrive, which is a very nice and very user-friendly operating system, probably one of my personal favorites. When you go onto the bottom, you've got a wireless charging bay, 2 cup holders, you've got a USB-C port, and the center console as well, which has your various driving modes, your parking assistance. You've got the conventional volume knob, your hazards button is also here. I love how the center console is a little bit raised so that you can have an armrest. You've got a Harman Kardon sound system, black roof lining, you've got a sunroof as well, and you've got these nice white seats, you know. So I feel like I'm warming up to this white interior, this contrasting white and black interior, because it breaks the black. If you have a car that's black on black on black, it kind of makes the car smaller and a bit darker. So this gives it a bit of a greenhouse effect, a bit more airy and a bit refreshing, you know. You've got electrically adjustable seats, you know. You've got that. You've got like the basic necessities that you'll need: electric windows. You can adjust the windows as well. So ergonomically, I think BMW shines. They do very well in making the vehicles very driver centric and also very comfortable for passengers as well. So the interior for me is a complete knockout. I like it. I'm really warming up to it. I know previous videos I've always said I'm adverse to the white, but it's not an overwhelming white. I gotta say white, creamy, so creamy and nice. So I think it's maybe old age creeping in. Marake, yeah, cream and nice. So now let's get into the drive. What is powering the BMW 218 Gran Coupe? So the BMW 218 uses a 1.5 liter turbo petrol engine producing 115 kilowatts, 230 newton meters of torque, mated to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. And I think it's quite punchy. It's eager to move. It's a very athletic little drivetrain. And I was very skeptical about this 1.5 engine, but I feel like it works very well in cars like this, like the Mini Cooper, the 1 Series and the 2 Series, because the bodies are not massive, you know. I've always had some reservations of them using a 1.5 liter in the 3 Series. I unfortunately have never driven a 318, so I can't tell. If you have, please let me know in the comments what it was like. But I think it works very well here. On an efficiency perspective, I think it's quite efficient. You're getting about 700 Ks on a full tank. I've done a lot of driving, you know, frequented Festival of Motoring this past weekend, and I haven't even reached a half tank. I am on a 3/4 tank, which is absolutely fantastic. So in terms of efficiency, it is right there. Gear changes are quite prompt and they're quite smooth. It's a very enjoyable and a very pleasurable drive. This vehicle is a front wheel drive vehicle, so power is distributed to the front wheels mainly, but it doesn't, you know, doesn't feel like it's not athletic. I feel like it still has the BMW DNA. So in terms of the drive, it is fine. And I think the petrol displacements are better if you do a lot of city driving, right? So if you want something that has a lot of range and you do a lot of city driving, you don't frequent the highway a lot, the petrol BMWs are fine. If you're someone who's always on the highway, if you are like people who live Kwarte BS and mutu unarte BS mara, oberga sentin, or you work I don't know, oberga maupan. I don't know, or I don't know, but if you're doing a lot of long haul and a lot of long distance driving, that's where I could actively say to you to get a diesel displacement. But the petrol ones are quite good, so I'm very impressed, and it's a very punchy and nice little engine. So on the drive perspective, I'm quite happy. So now let's get into the verdict. What does Maseve think of the BMW 218? The 218 is probably like a middle child, very forgotten, especially the Gran Coupe. It's very forgotten. It's there, but yeah, you know, very seen and not heard kind of vibes. And I feel like that's a bit unfair. With the Gran Coupe coming in, it allows people who cannot necessarily afford the 3 Series to pay $1 million for a 3 Series to get into a sedan that is practical and efficient and can also fit their family and their daily driving needs. So I think it's the missing middle, the 218. It rivals vehicles such as the A3 sedan from the top of my head, and the A-Class sedan as well. But I think of the two, this is probably the best priced. So when it comes to pricing, for this one, you're looking at 753,000 Rand, an odd 753,000 Rand if I'm not mistaken, without extras. When I went onto the configurator and added some like those packages and the rims, it went up to an odd 828,000 Rand, which is still cheaper than the new A3. And I think it's still cheaper than an A200. I haven't checked the pricing of the A200 in a long time, but it's a bit cheaper. That's why I say that BMW kind of is the value buy, especially on the luxury and premium segment. As much as their pricing is high, they offer the best value, in a sense that you're getting great driving dynamics, you're getting a great comprehensive package, and you're getting great driving pleasure, right? Sheer driving pleasure. So as much as this is the missing middle, I think it bridges a great gap. So if you feel like, this is also something that you don't settle for this, but this is a great option. For me, I think it is a great product. I think the drive makes up for a lot, especially on the exterior. I'm not the biggest fan of how it looks, like holistically. It's not an unattractive car, like I said earlier, but it's not a car that I'd actively gravitate towards, you know? So I feel like it is, and it serves a purpose in the market, and I think it's fine. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful product, a beautiful comprehensive package that I think one should consider. And I think after spending some time with it, I really do like the BMW 218. And I think it's a decent little thing, man. It's very lovable and it's very adorable. So my ultimate verdict of the BMW 2 Series, I'm going to give this car a solid 8 out of 10. The reason I'm giving it an 8 is because it drives very well. The only place it's knocking points on is the exterior look. However, ergonomically, how everything's laid out, interior quality as well, is quite good. And I'm happy with it. Pricing wise, I'm also not too mad at it. Considering that its rivals are a little bit higher priced. So I think BMW does very well in terms of pricing and packaging, you know? So this car's fine. So I think an 8 out of 5. 8 out of 5, eh? Riba, what's going on? 8 out of 10 is a decent rating. 8 out of 5. Yo. And that is it from me, maseve. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you think of the BMW 218. Do you like, do you not like? And with an odd 850,000, let's say 850,000, which car would you get? Would you get this? Would you get the A3 sedan? Or are you getting the Mercedes-Benz A-Class sedan? Actually, come to think of it, I've been calling it a Gran Coupe in this whole review, and I don't think that there's a coupe version of it anymore. At launch, they launched the 1 Series and this, and even the 235 comes in this sedan body, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, let's have a conversation in the comments. Product strategies are BM. But anyway, very lovable product. I like it, and I think it's quite cute, you know. So yeah, guys, guys, regaini le bathong. Oh, guys, yes, guys. Yeah, guys, we have put on so much weight. Never in my life would I have thought that I would breach 70 kilograms. Whew, anyway, it is what it is. All we need to do is just go to the gym, eat better, and work it off. I need to stop with those Woolworths pies, man. You know at Woolworths, balale that buy 5, those little puff pastry. Guys, so I need to stop those things because they mess with my skin as well. Anyway, I am ranting. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thank you once again for 50,000 subscribers. You guys know what to do. Don't forget to watch those ads because Kulava got Gucci and all that jazz. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Wait, bye-bye. Guys, do you guys like my hair? I'm ranting after saying bye-bye. Yo. Why am I just... Okay, I'm just randomly talking. Anyway, on a serious note, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!